Nagkakahalaga ng 20 million US dollars o 882 million pesos ang mga bago at modernong tangke de Gyera para sa hukbong sanataang lakas ng Pilipinas. Ito ay matapos naging matagumpay ang bidding process ng Department of National Defense kung saan sa kauna-unahang pagkakataon ay mula sa Israel ang nanalong bidder na kumpanya ng Elbit Systems Ltd. Nakapasa ito sa bidding ng 28 Armored Personnel Carriers o APCs, kabilang sa AP 25mm unmanned turrets, 12.7mm remote-controlled weapon stations at fire control systems para sa 90mm turrets. Ayon sa AFP, malaki ang maitutulong ng mga bagong tangke sa operasyon ng mga sundalo.
Magiging modern yung armored core natin because of that. Because bukod na modern, added protection pa because yung gunner mo nasa baba na. Tapos naka-ano siya, everything's digital. So yung targeting system niya, yung sighting niya, yung observation niya outside is through cameras and through ano. So doon na siya sa baba.
How is it?
Safe. And most modern armor ganun na. They're called automatic guns.
Dagdag pa ni Zagala, isa itong malaking improvement sa mga kagamitan ng militar, partikular na sa lugar na higit na kailangan ang mga tangke de Gyera upang sugpuin ang terorismo at mga kalaban ng Estado.
It's an improvement, no? If we look at before, our targeting system is through use of our gunners. In this case, our gunners it's still the use of our gunners but with more sophisticated equipment such as meron na siyang night vision capability, meron siyang thermal capability. At the same time, may protection because the gunner is not exposed to enemy fire. Plus, the gun is low profile. It's an automatic gun. So, mababa yung profile ng gun. And it's automatic. It acquires the target automatically.
Sa kabuuan ay mayroong higit 300 tangke ang Philippine Army. Ngunit 10% rito ay nasa yellow status. Nang ibig sabihin, ito ay sumasailalim sa repair at maintenance, habang 5% mga tangke ay hindi na magagamit dahil sa kalumaan. Kabilang sa 85% naman ang kasalukuyang nagagamit ng militar. Ito ay ang mga Simba tanks na galing sa United Kingdom na US-designed V-150. 200 na armored personnel carriers at M11 Bradley. Ang mga ginagamit din ng militar ay ang mga ACV-300 na Turkish tank at mga British Scorpion CVRTs na mga tangkeng ginagamit ngayon ng militar na kasalukuyang nakadeploy sa mga units.
Makikita ang isa sa mga lider ng Maute Group na si Rambo Maute na may hawak ng rocket-propelled grenade o RPG launcher. Sa kasunod na kuha, marinig ang isang malakas na pagsabog. Kuha rin sa video ang iba pang miyembro ng Maute na armado ng 50 caliber machine gun at Armalite. Maya-maya, nilapitan ng kumukuha ng video ang isang V-150 armored personnel carrier ng militar. Sa loob, makikita ang ilang magkakapatong na labi ng mga sundalo.
Allahu Akbar, hindi mayan. Allahu Akbar.
Ito ang maririnig mula sa mga terorista. Ang ibig sabihin, Allah is great. Kumakalat ngayon sa social media ang video na ito na pinaniniwala ang nangyari sa barangay Banggulo sa Marawi. Nangyari raw ito unang araw ng pag-atake ng Maute sa syudad. Hindi pa makumpirma ng PNP kung ang APC na nasa video ay ang tangke ng PNP na naagaw ng mga terorista.
Hindi naman nawawala. Iniwan doon dahil naipit nga na nalaglag sa kanal. Sumabog yung gulong, nalaglag sa kanal, hindi na makamaneuver. Tapos wounded yung mga pulis natin na crew, so nag-withdraw sila dahil heavy yung volume of fire ng kalaban.
Pero hindi ito yung mga lumalabas sa video na pinasabog ng mga Maute?
Hindi yan, hindi, as far as I know, hindi yung amin.
Samantala, naging tensyonado naman ang retrieval at rescue operation kahapon. May mga sniper pa rin kasi sa lugar. Kaya naman habang naglalakad ang mga sibilyan, ay bantay sarado sila ng mga militar. Ang ilan nga, karga-karga pa ng mga sundalo. Mabilis na isinakay ang mga sibilyan sa truck para mailikas. Pwersahan namang binuksan ang pinto ng ilang bahay para sagipin ang matatanda. Sa isang barangay nga, nahulog mula sa bubong ng isang babae, makasakay lang sa rescue vehicle. Dadalhin lahat sila sa evacuation center sa Kapitolyo ng Lanao del Sur.
It was an incident that caught everybody by surprise. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana explains what happened in the failed airstrike that killed 11 soldiers fighting terrorists in Marawi.
There were two planes flying, and the first plane dropped their ordnance accurately. Pero yung pangalawa, sumablay, tumama dun sa tropa natin.
The soldiers were about 100 meters away from the target. So why did the bomb hit them? Lorenzana says either the pilot made an error or ground troops may have given wrong coordinates. He adds the troops in Marawi are now using ordinary bombs and not precision ammunition that locks on targets.
Sometimes mistakes happen, and we hope to those mistakes do not happen, but nangyayari nga, and all we can do is to situate that it will not happen again.
This is supposedly a first for the Air Force. Armed Forces Chief General Eduardo Año, the implementer of martial law in Mindanao, will lead a probe on the incident. Lorenzana, who is the martial law administrator, says the military may now limit or even suspend airstrikes in Marawi.
It will be very painful to the soldiers. Yung mga kasamahan din nila na bakit binubomba tayo ng kasamahan natin. But we will just have to explain to them that accidents happen. And also to the family, we will try to assuage the sorrows of the families of those who were killed.
Año ordered the AFP Inspector General to create a board of inquiry for the incident. Major General Rafael Valencia will head the probe. Lorenzana expects probe results in a few days. He says either certain members of the command would be held responsible or just charge the failed operation to bad experience. Meanwhile, the military says it is focused on finishing its mission to clear Marawi of terrorists.
We know where we are entering into. But the mission continues. Meron pa rin po tayong kailangang gampanang tungkulin.
AC Nichols, CNN Philippines.
Despite the failed airstrike that killed government troops, the military continues to drop bombs on remaining Maute strongholds inside Marawi City. Our George Cahiles tells us sporadic gunfire is still also heard in the city.
One of these airstrikes Wednesday morning could have accidentally killed 11 and injured 7 soldiers. The military calls it fratricide or friendly fire, the death of soldiers in the hands of their own. Despite this, relentless airstrikes found enemy strongholds in Marawi City, with these OV-10 aircraft dropping bombs to its targets. By noontime, a rather strange roaring sound. It's now 12:20 in the afternoon, and we just heard that bomb which came from a jet flying over Marawi City. After the accidental friendly fire on Wednesday, the military says the ground commander can still use air assets as necessary.
Ang ground commander po natin sa lugar na yan ang siyang magde-decide kung kinakailangan niyang suspindihin ang paggamit nito o hindi. Kasi may hinaharap pa po tayong mga kalaban dyan na kinakailangan sugpuin at kung kinakailangan gamitin pa ito.
The embattled city continues to suffer the ravages of war, as Maute members supposedly ransack houses and offices like this one of the Bangsamoro Development Council office, a few meters from a police checkpoint. They even leave a graffiti on the wall, a reminder of their attempt to seek ISIS recognition. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana says the crisis may end by Friday. But he admits around 100 Maute fighters are standing their ground in various areas of the city. That's why reinforcements from as far as Manila are still coming in. From the airstrikes to ground combat, it appears the end may not yet be in sight. From Marawi City, George Cahiles, CNN Philippines.
President Duterte is back in Malacanang today after almost a week in Mindanao since he declared martial law. This afternoon, he led the mass oath-taking of government officials. In his speech, Mr. Duterte said he's saddened by the policemen and soldiers killed in operations against the Maute group in Marawi. Here's the president in his own words.
Ang marami akong patay. I'm very sad. Marami akong sundalong patay. Marami ang mga pulis ko patay. Hindi lang nila nire-record ang ilan. It keeps on increasing every day for as long as that war rages on.
Right now, President Duterte is in a command conference, a regular meeting he holds with security officials. Presidential spokesman Ernesto Abella says the situation in Mindanao will most likely be discussed. More government troops are heading to Marawi City. Earlier today, 400 Marines in full battle gear boarded C-130 planes and left for Cagayan de Oro City, where they will report to the Western Mindanao Command. From there, they will be told when to join the troops in Marawi City. Brigadier General Alvin Pareño of the Philippine Marine Corps reminds the Marines to uphold human rights, especially now that Mindanao is under martial law.
It's been part of their training that they will be reminded about the human rights. We have the confidence na yung sundalo natin ngayon are professional enough to know these things and implement it.
The Philippine Army's 2nd Infantry Jungle Fighter Division also sent another 400 soldiers to Marawi City. This is their 4th battalion in Mindanao. The Army Division officers gave the troops rosaries sealed with prayers for protection and traveling mercies. Over 100 alleged members of Maute and Abu Sayyaf are in the government's lookout bulletin. The same people are the subject of an arrest order by the martial law administrator. Our Anjo Alimario has that story.
Over 130 alleged members and supporters of the Maute and Abu Sayyaf groups are under the Bureau of Immigration's lookout bulletin following the arrest order issued by Martial Law Administrator, Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana. But Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre isn't satisfied. He's thinking of drafting a detention order similar to a whole departure order. Only the courts can issue whole departure orders which prevents an individual from leaving the country.
Kinakailangan natin ng new names to warn our Bureau of Immigration officers or anybody na these are dangerous people na maaaring that they are subject to arrest immediately.
This is arrest order number 1. It's the first one issued by Lorenzana after martial law was declared in Mindanao. It directs the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Philippine National Police, and the National Bureau of Investigation to arrest and investigate the people on the list who are accused of rebellion. The order says these are known perpetrators and supporters of the killing, kidnapping and bombings in Marawi and some parts of Mindanao. Aguirre explains the arrest order can be used even outside Mindanao.
Ang dapat po nating alalahanin na ang crime of rebellion is a continuing offense. Continuing offense. Tuloy-tuloy po yan, kahit nasaan ka, pwede kang arestuhin.
Lorenzana agrees.
I believe they can still be arrested kasi hot pursuit yan at saka continuing naman yung crime of rebellion eh. So wherever they go to Visayas or Luzon, we will arrest them wherever we find them.
Within 3 days of an arrest, the order says law enforcement agencies should investigate and file a case at the Justice Department. Aguirre is creating 5 panels of prosecutors with 5 members each to handle the inquest and preliminary investigation.